They've become China's national warriors, battling their way to a World Cup final showdown with the United States. The Chinese media has lionized them, following their every move. 100 million people are expected to watch the match live on Chinese TV. Back here in the world's most populous nation, evidence of China's obsession with its most popular team sport is not hard to find. Most of these young players will be waking up early to watch their new female idols in action. Add to this interest a lingering anti-American mood following the bombing of China's Belgrade embassy, and you should have a potent Cold War grudge match, right? Well, not quite. For most fans, it's still just a game.
The embassy bombing has nothing to do with this. I don't think sports and politics should be connected. We can develop friendship through soccer. There's no other special meaning.
But if geopolitics doesn't get China's soccer fans so steamed up, another thing does. The sorry state of the men's game. It's the men's game that attracts the crowds and the sponsors in China. But despite fanatical support, a professional league and fat salaries for players, China's men have yet to even qualify for a World Cup tournament, let alone reach a final. Which leaves China's women as the inspiration for the country's next generation of players. Robert Stern, CNN, Beijing. In the end, the prayers of the nation hung on that last penalty kick, leaving disappointment, but also pride that the match was so close.
Defeat doesn't necessarily mean they failed. It was only the penalty kicks that decided the game.
Beijing's usually jammed streets were empty while the final was on. You could roll a soccer ball down a main road and not hit a thing. But then, the match did start at 4 a.m. That didn't stop hardcore fans staying up to urge on their heroines. They gathered in restaurants that stayed open late and stopped by stores that opened early, though most watched in the comfort of their own home. For those who wanted to share the atmosphere and a few snacks, the final was absorbing. Though as the game stayed goalless, the early start became too much for some. Others turned to their own entertainment, and some even called it a night at the end of regulation time. The reward for the diehards who stayed on? The nail-biting extra time, and the false hopes of that penalty shootout. Talk amongst fans can now turn to any impact the match may have on their country's frosty relations with the World Cup hosts. Although most of China's disappointed soccer fans insist that sport should be kept separate from politics, they still hope that this evenly fought final will serve to help, rather than hurt, US-China relations. Robert Stern, CNN, Beijing.